something. I mean, it eats me up. I don't know how to say, but it eats me up. What will it take? What would it take to get the average Nigerian to believe that you should use protection, for example? I mean, I don't want us to beat around the bush. I would like to believe that the entire country is either married or faithful to one partner. Because I have eyes and I have ears and I see what is going on, I know that this is not true. And also because I don't want to be moralistic or judgmental, I know that this is not true. What will it take for one to do away with that disbelief? She alluded to it now in a relationship. As you know, I mean, even when I'm saying to you that I am this way, I say I'm not going to use protection because I don't even believe. How can you be like that? How can you say this? What is missing in the campaign?
Not really missing. It's yes, something is missing somewhere actually, because I tell people the best arsenal you have to bring this virus down are people living with this virus, and that is why I tell people I've gone beyond the idea of saying I am living openly positive. I tell people I am living openly and constructively positive. Why did I say this? Now, I had an encounter sometime. I was in a party and the girl was even arguing with me that, forget this, you don't have this, I beg please. I told her, I said, listen, first, you have to accept I'm married, kids. Secondly, I'm living with HIV. And she was arguing. I said, okay, you have the internet, you know how to use internet? She said yes. I gave her my name because I was away for about a week. I gave her my name. She went, saw the internet, saw my name and all the activities I've done. She was not satisfied until I gave her a site where she will even see my picture, even see a video clip of some of my activities, and she came back to me and said, are you that serious?
Is it because the image that we have seen for so long of the person living with HIV or has been this skeletal African?
That is where the media comes in. The media is a very strategic stakeholder in this. What the media feeds the people, it's what goes there to say. And with all due respect, our people are stiff-necked. We are very stubborn people. Once we've made one picture of something, we don't want to shift. We find it difficult to shift paradigm. So because of that, it is very important that people living with HIV should be supported, encouraged to speak out, give this virus a face and a voice. And it suffices for our policymakers to be holistically responsible. Why am I saying this? Can you imagine you buy a newspaper on the way, but like this evening mails, you see Staphylococcus leads to AIDS. Somebody wakes up one morning, abracadabra, and says he has cure to AIDS, he has cure to HIV. And we live in this environment. We pay our tax to the government that is supposed to protect us. And these same people are walking on the streets free. I still tell you, our policymakers are deficient in that.
So you're talking about irresponsible advertisements and some sort of, because I mean, if somebody is claiming that they can...
If somebody is claiming what the kind of things that comes and goes in this country, you can't try half of it in other countries.
Yeah.
If somebody is claiming, okay, why do we vote for people? We vote for people to give them responsibility to take care of us. And this person is sitting there and somebody is there. As far as I'm concerned, these people who go around as cure claimants are worse than the armed robbers themselves. Because if you arrest an armed robber, you prosecute. The cure claimant is parading around the road. Right. Who is the worst criminal?
So what they do is two things really. Number one, they are actually robbing people.
Thank you.
Two, they are also perpetuating the disbelief.
And killing people.
Because somebody is thinking, there's a cure, so I don't have to be responsible in my decisions.
The policymakers are supposed to, bring this man accountable. Let him prove the cure. Nobody has taken that step that bold. It's not as if you dust our law books, you'll be able to find some of these things that will hold on to, but law enforcement is still very milky here. So
you're talking about, number one, the media being responsible in that you cannot be pushing images that are not, those images
are not true.
Those images are not true. Most of the people, and one thing that I know that has been spoken about recently is, unless you do the test, you don't know.
It doesn't show the face.
It doesn't show on the face.
So we should put in things that encourage people to go and get tested. If they are positive, encourage them to get treated and stay alive. So the 3 points is Get tested, get treated, stay alive.
All right, talking about getting tested, one of the things I know that meditates is that people think, they still believe that if I go and get tested, it's like death sentence and I'm going to die, so why should I want to know? They don't want to know. If I'm going to die, let me die.
They say death is death.
Right or wrong? Yeah, they feel like death is death. Could you explain? I mean, yesterday here is a living testimony. It's 14 years, and at the point where she found out, she had already 1 and 2, and she was falling. She was on the verge, and here she is, 14 years later, alive. So that hopelessness, can you demystify it? That it is not true. What does it take? For example, supposing you found out that you were HIV positive, what then happens? And is it true that once we start saying to people that you can live, then people will actually now start doing the behavior that might be, the kind of what is that word now? The kind of non-optimal behavior that might make them prone to catching, to having HIV.
Sorry. When you walk into a VCT center, that's why we say it's voluntarily. We don't force people. We've had a lot of clients that after going through the pre-test, they'll tell you, let me go and think about it. They don't go ahead to do the test. And we don't force them. But eventually, some might even come in and said, I just feel like, I'm planning to get married. My husband insisted, my fiancé insisted I should do the test. He or she might not be infected. Might be looking good, no symptoms. But one thing is, you have to let your clients really know the basic facts. They might walk in, they don't know what HIV is. Many people believe if you are infected with HIV, you have AIDS. Mm-hmm. You have to make sure you change that misconception. That living with HIV is different from being an AIDS patient.
Yeah.
The moment you've gotten to the AIDS stage, people see you, they know. That one, no, go come for that one.
Yeah.
The moment they see you, the symptoms are already showing.
So
But you might
on the face.
the symptoms, you lose weight drastically.
You see, the media is about, if it bleeds, it leads. Remember this. For media, the term is, if it bleeds, it leads. It means that the stories that lead, the stories that the media must be interested in, naturally, because that's what people are interested in, are the most gory stories. War, fights, pestilence, fraud, those kind of things. So, with the issue of AIDS, at the beginning, unless there's more responsibility, the